What if I told you that a few simple daily habits could help protect you from up to 90% of the chronic diseases that affect people after the age of 60? It sounds too good to be true, I know. But today we are not talking about a magic pill or an expensive and complicated treatment. We are talking about the profound science-backed power of simple foundational habits that are completely free. Welcome back to Healthier Daily, the channel where we give you the simple science-backed truths to live a stronger and more independent life after 60. I'm your host, Dr. Ben Carter, and to guide us through these powerful, life-changing habits, we are joined by a physician who is the living embodiment of their incredible benefits. It is our great honor to welcome Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara.
Thank you for having me, Ben. The body does not get sick overnight, and it does not heal overnight. Our health is the result of our small daily choices repeated over many, many years. True health is not built with a single dramatic action. It is built on a foundation of simple, consistent habits.
And that is exactly what our guide is all about today. Dr. Hinohara is going to walk us through his foundational 5 habits protocol. These are 5 simple, free, and incredibly powerful daily actions that you can take to rebuild your health from the ground up starting today. It is a true blessing to have the wisdom to understand these simple principles that govern the health of the bodies we've been given. If you are ready to learn these simple secrets to a long and healthy life, please type the number 1 in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe to our channel. It's completely free, and this guide is one of the most important we will ever share. Okay, doctor, let's get right into your foundational 5 habits protocol. What is the very first, most simple habit that our viewers can start with tomorrow morning to begin rebuilding their health?
The very first habit, the one that should happen before your morning coffee, before your tea, and even before your breakfast, is to drink 1 to 2 large glasses of clean room temperature water. This simple act can have a profound effect on your health. I had a patient, an 82-year-old retired gentleman. He was struggling with borderline high blood pressure, and he told me he was having frequent moments of forgetfulness. His family was becoming very worried about his memory. We made only one change to his morning routine. I asked him to place a bottle of water by his bed every night and to drink all of it as soon as he woke up in the morning. After about a month, he came back to my office. His blood pressure readings had started to improve, his energy felt more stable throughout the day. And he told me with a laugh that he was having fewer of what he called his senior moments. He said to me, "I guess my brain was just dried out." And in many ways, he was absolutely right.
He was absolutely right. Let's explain what is happening inside the body because it is so important. After you have been sleeping for 6 to 8 hours without any fluid intake, you wake up in a state of mild dehydration. Now, during the night, your body naturally loses water through your breath and through other metabolic processes. This subtle water deficit makes your blood physically thicker and more viscous. This has 2 immediate negative effects on your health in the morning. First, it makes your heart have to work much harder to pump that thick, sludgy blood throughout your body. This can directly contribute to higher blood pressure readings. Second, and this is the key for the brain, that thicker blood is much less efficient at delivering fresh oxygen to your brain cells. This is a primary cause of that morning grogginess and mental fog that so many people feel. That first glass of water in the morning immediately helps to thin the blood, ease the workload on your heart, and improve the delivery of oxygen to your brain.
So the morning water rehydrates the entire system. Our second foundational habit is to then move that system. It is the daily brisk walk. And I must stress the importance of the word brisk. I had another patient, a 76-year-old woman. She started walking every day because her doctor was concerned about her high cholesterol levels. At first, she would just stroll slowly through her neighborhood, but I encouraged her to pick up her pace just a little bit, to walk with purpose, and to get her heart rate up enough to be breathing a little more deeply. She started building up her routine from just 5 minutes of brisk walking to 20 minutes every single morning. After 6 months, she went back for her checkup. Her cholesterol had improved, yes, but she was much more excited about the other changes she was feeling. She told me that her sleep was much deeper, and the brain fog she used to feel all day long had completely lifted. She had rediscovered her love for doing crossword puzzles, because for the first time in years, her mind felt sharp and clear again.
That is a fantastic story, and it shows how a simple walk is a powerful medicine that works on the entire body. Let's talk about the brain first, because this is incredible. That study you shared with me from the journal Neurology is a landmark study. It found that older adults who engaged in regular brisk walking actually showed an increase in the physical volume of their hippocampus. The hippocampus is the part of your brain that is responsible for your memory and for learning. So with this simple habit, you are not just preventing decline, you are actively helping to rebuild the very memory center of your brain. And for the rest of the body, as the American Diabetes Association notes, that brisk walk is one of the most powerful ways to improve your insulin sensitivity. It encourages your muscles to soak up the sugar from your bloodstream for energy. This helps to regulate your blood sugar and dramatically lowers your risk for developing type 2 diabetes.
And the great beauty of walking is its simplicity. You do not need a gym membership or any fancy equipment. You just need a comfortable pair of shoes and a commitment to yourself. The goal is simply to walk at a pace that elevates your heart rate slightly and makes you breathe a little bit deeper. Swinging your arms naturally as you walk also helps to engage your whole body.
It is a wonderful and blessed way to start the day, moving the body as it was designed to move out in the fresh air and the sunlight that God has provided for us. So we now have our first two foundational habits, which are about hydrating our bodies with water and moving our bodies with a brisk walk. Doctor, the next two habits in your protocol are about creating a powerful internal reset. What is our third foundational habit?
Our third habit is perhaps the most powerful and the most underestimated of all for managing stress. It is the simple daily practice of mindful diaphragmatic breathing. This simply means taking just 5 to 10 minutes each day to sit quietly and to breathe slowly and deeply from your belly. This practice is a powerful medicine for a stressed and overactive nervous system. I had a patient, an 82-year-old widower. He was a very kind and gentle man, but he was struggling with high blood pressure, and he told me that he felt irritable and on edge all the time. His daughter was very worried about him. He was a very skeptical man, but he agreed to try a simple practice. I taught him to simply sit quietly in his favorite chair for just 10 minutes every morning and to focus all of his attention on taking slow, deep breaths. After 2 months of this consistent daily habit, his blood pressure readings had noticeably improved. But the biggest change that he noticed was in his spirit. He told me he felt less irritable, and he had even rediscovered his love for reading because for the first time in years, his mind was calm enough to be able to concentrate. That simple act of intentional breathing was a powerful reset for his entire system.
That is a beautiful story. And the science behind why that simple act is so powerful is incredible. Most of us, especially when we are feeling stressed, we breathe in a very shallow way from our chest. This pattern of breathing actually keeps us locked in a state of fight or flight. When you take a slow, deep diaphragmatic breath, the kind of breath where your belly gently expands as you inhale, you are activating your parasympathetic nervous system. This is your body's wonderful rest and repair system. This deep style of breathing stimulates a very important nerve called the vagus nerve, which is the main communication highway for this entire calming system. When you activate this nerve, it sends a direct signal to your brain to lower the production of the stress hormone cortisol. It tells your heart to slow down and beat more calmly, and it improves your heart rate variability, or HRV, which is a key scientific marker of your body's resilience to stress. It is a direct biological reset that is available to all of us at any time. Now, Doctor, your fourth foundational habit is another surprising one, and it involves a very different kind of reset. Let's talk about cold water exposure.
Yes. Now, I must be very clear. This does not mean that you must go and take an ice bath. It is about a brief, intentional, and gentle encounter with cool water. This could be as simple as ending your normal warm shower with just 15 to 30 seconds of cool water, or simply splashing your face and your arms with cold water in the morning. I had a patient, a 76-year-old woman, who was battling chronic joint pain and a constant feeling of brain fog. She was very skeptical of this idea, as she did not like the cold, but I encouraged her to try. I asked her to end her daily warm shower with just 30 seconds of cool water. The first few times, she told me it was a big shock to her system. But after about a week, she began to notice a remarkable change. She told me that her mornings felt clearer. The usual stiffness in her knees was not as bad, and her mood felt much brighter. She said it felt like it was waking up not just her body, but also her spirit.
And what she was feeling is a very real scientific process called hormesis. This is a wonderful concept where a small, controlled, and brief stressor, like the cool water, actually makes your body stronger and much more resilient. When that cool water hits your skin, your body releases a powerful neurotransmitter called norepinephrine. This has two amazing effects for seniors. First, it is a very potent anti-inflammatory, which helps to explain the wonderful relief that your patient felt in her joints. Second, it creates an immediate feeling of alertness and sharp mental clarity, which is why her brain fog started to lift. And as a bonus for senior health, this brief cold exposure can also help to activate your body's brown fat, which is a special type of fat that burns energy to generate heat. This can help with regulating your blood sugar and supporting a healthy metabolism. It is another blessed example of how our bodies were designed with this incredible innate ability to adapt and become stronger when we give them these gentle, natural challenges. This is so practical and powerful. We love sharing this kind of information with our global community. To help us see our global community, please let us know what city, state, or country you are watching from. We love hearing from all of you. So we have mindful breathing to calm the nervous system and a bit of cold water to awaken and strengthen it. Doctor, what is the fifth and final foundational habit in your protocol? I know you call this one the master clock.
Yes, our final habit is perhaps the most important of all, because it is the foundational habit that makes all of the other ones work even better. It is the simple but profound practice of maintaining a consistent sleep-wake schedule. This means going to bed at approximately the same time every night and waking up at approximately the same time every morning, even on the weekends. This single change can be life-altering. I had a patient, a 78-year-old widow. She was very lonely after her husband passed, and as a result, her daily schedule had become very chaotic. Some nights, she would stay up late watching television until after midnight, and other nights, she would go to bed very early at 8 p.m. she struggled for years with restless nights and very foggy, difficult mornings. She had tried many different remedies, but nothing seemed to bring her lasting relief. The only thing we changed was her schedule. We worked together to set a disciplined but gentle fixed bedtime of 10 p.m. and a fixed wake-up time of 6 a.m. every single day. Within 3 weeks of this one change, she told me she was waking up naturally without an alarm clock, feeling rested for the first time in years. Her energy and her mood were better than they had been in a very long time. As she said to me, "My body finally knows what to do." She had given her body the wonderful gift of predictability.
The gift of predictability. That is a perfect way to put it. Your body has a beautiful 24-hour internal clock that scientists call the circadian rhythm. This amazing clock orchestrates the release of all of your most important hormones like cortisol to give you energy and make you alert in the morning, and melatonin to make you sleepy and ready for rest at night. When your schedule is inconsistent and chaotic, this internal clock gets confused. A consistent schedule, as your patient discovered, restores order. It allows the body to anticipate and to prepare for periods of rest and periods of activity. This optimizes all of its functions, including the brain's own nightly cleaning system, called the glymphatic system, which is most active during our deep stages of sleep, and helps to clear out the waste proteins that are linked to neurodegenerative conditions. Now, Doctor, we have just given our viewers a list of 5 incredibly powerful foundational habits. For someone watching at home who is feeling inspired, but also a little bit overwhelmed, what is your wise advice on how to actually start building these new habits into their life without giving up after a few days?
That is the most important question of all. The secret to making a lasting change is to be very gentle and very patient with yourself. I teach my patients 3 very simple rules for building a new habit. Rule number 1 is that you must start with just one. Do not try to do all 5 of these things tomorrow. That is a recipe for failure and for feeling discouraged. Look at the list of 5 and simply choose the one that feels either the easiest for you to do or the one that you feel your body is asking for the most. And you must commit to doing only that one thing every day for 1 full month.
So don't try to change everything at once. Just pick one and be consistent. What is the second rule?
Rule number 2 is to use a technique called habit stacking. This means you attach your new desired habit to an existing habit that you already do every day without thinking. For example, you can say to yourself, "After I brush my teeth in the morning, which is my existing habit, I will immediately drink my large glass of water, which is my new habit." Or, "After I finish my dinner, existing habit, I will immediately go for my 10-minute walk, new habit." This makes the new habit much easier for your brain to remember and to automate.
And the final rule, Doctor, non-negotiable.
The final rule is the most important. You must be patient and kind with yourself. If you miss a day, it is okay. Do not become discouraged. Do not give up on the whole plan. You simply begin again the next day. The goal is gentle consistency over a long period of time, not perfection.
That is such wonderful and compassionate advice. It's about making these small, blessed changes with a spirit of kindness toward ourselves, not with pressure or with guilt. Doctor, this has been an incredible and truly empowering guide. You've given us your foundational 5 habits protocol. It is a complete system of simple, free, and powerful daily actions for real disease prevention. We have morning hydration and the daily brisk walk, mindful breathing, a touch of cold water exposure, and a consistent sleep schedule. This is a powerful, holistic approach to senior health By building these simple habits one at a time, our viewers can take real, meaningful control of their own well-being. This is the very heart of true disease prevention. This knowledge is a cornerstone of a proactive senior health strategy. It is a practical daily way to invest in your long-term vitality, and it is a wonderful strategy for anyone who is interested in improving their senior health.
I want to leave you with this one final thought. Your body is not your enemy. It is your oldest and most faithful friend, and it is always trying to heal itself. These 5 simple habits are just 5 ways that you can help your body to do its wonderful and intelligent work. Please start today.
That is a beautiful message, Doctor, to help our body do its work. It's a wonderful reminder that we can be active partners in our own wellness using the simple, blessed tools of water movement and breath to care for the health that we have been given. And of course, the wisest first step is always to speak with your personal doctor before starting any new health or exercise routine, especially if you have any existing health conditions. Please remember that our conversation today is for educational purposes and is not a substitute for personal medical advice. If you found this guide empowering and are excited to try one of these simple habits, please give this video a like so that others can find this vital information, and be sure to share it with a friend or a family member who you want to help live a longer, healthier life. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. It is completely free and it ensures you will not miss our next practical health guide. And for our community discussion today, we would love to know, which of the foundational 5 habits will you commit to practicing this week? Please share your first step in the comments below. Your commitment can be an inspiration to our entire community. Thank you for being with us. Be well.